Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. Kimberly Moore, and this is a moment of faith and favor. We don't walk by sight, but we walk by faith. And this is my time with you to encourage you, empower you, and remind you just how favored you are as we build our faith together. For I have discovered that when you walk by faith, you will win because of favor. So sit back, relax, and spend the next few moments with me, and it is my hope that you will be blessed. Today, I want to talk about what makes you so special. Yeah, they call you the teacher's pet, or you were mama's favorite, or you were daddy's favorite. And you knew that. They are making you feel special, made you believe in yourself. And the icing on the cake was that somebody else showed you that they believed in you as well. When you went to school, you were special. When you went to college, you made an impact and you were deemed special. But then there was always some knucklehead that wanted you to think that you were not. That was that voice of discouragement. Even then, Satan had a plan to make you feel less than. And if you're not careful now, you'll listen to your enemy, the enemy of your soul, tell you that you're not enough and that you're not good enough. You'll listen to him tell you that you've gotten too much going on and you got too many problems and not enough money and not enough support and not enough education. And it's just easier to give up, fall back, be quiet. If you're not careful, you'll listen to the enemy tell you that all that what you are trying to accomplish is in vain. He'll try his best to convince you that you're always going to be where you are and you can't go any further. But I want you to know that the devil is a liar. He's always been a liar. In fact, the Bible says that he is the father of lies. Yes, you may have your share of problems like we all do. You may have your share of struggles like we all do. But you are still somebody special in the eyes of God. You're still valuable and you're needed to make an impact upon somebody's life. I know life is not perfect, but because you have your share of struggles and you have your share of battles, yeah, that may be true, but you're still somebody special in the eyesight of God. I want to reference Psalms 139. And this is a psalm regarding David. And when you think about David and his life, David was said to be a murderer. He was said to be an adulterer. And he did things that many would criticize him for today. But in Psalms 139, he cries out to God and he says, God, you know me. I know I have problems, but you know what's in my heart. You know what's in my thoughts. God, you know at the end of the day, I have my issues. But he admits to himself, I'm a good man. And what somebody needs to know today is that God knows you. He knows your heart. You may not be perfect and you may not be exactly where you want to be or need to be, but God knows your heart. And even some stuff may not always be so right within your heart, but he loves us still. And that makes us special because who else does that for us? Yeah, people will put up with some things for a little while, but not time after time after time. God has a way, though, of looking past our flaws and putting up with us anyway. By the same token, the thing about having a father who knows you is that you can't get anything past him. You can't get over on him. He knows how you feel. He knows when you're on edge. He knows when you've reached your limit. He knows when you've had enough. He knows when you're just about to break. Verse 2 of Psalm 139, he says, I know your ups and your downs. He knows our highs and our lows. He says he knows the very thoughts that we have sometime and even where those thoughts are coming from. He knows our thoughts of wicked. He knows our thoughts are not always pure. He knows what we think about ourselves and what we think about others. He knows of all of that about us, and he still loves us. He knows our motives are not always the best, but he still loves us. Verse number 3, he says, God, you even know my ways. You know the ways that I go, and you know the mistakes that I've made, even the stuff we did on purpose, and he still loved us. He knows our bad choices and all the things that we did purposely, and he still loves us. Think about that. That makes us pretty special. So you're special because God knows who you are and he still loves you. When we look at that text in Psalms 139, verse number 5, David said, "Thou hast beset me behind and before, and you've laid your hands upon me." In other words, David said, "You've gone before me and even followed me, and I can see the hand of God still on my life. He's been with me in my past. He's with me even right now, and he'll be with me in the days to come. And it is a blessed assurance to know that his hand is on my life." There are many who will listen to my voice. You can look back over your life and you are a living witness that the only way you've been able to make it is because God's hand has been upon your life. The times when you knew you were wrong, but somehow you came out all right because God's hand was upon you. You've wondered a many day how you've made it to where you are right now, how you've accomplished all that you've been able to accomplish, how you've raised those children in the way that they should go. It was all because God's hand has been upon your life. There is something special about you that God never took his hands off of you because of that special thing. You could have lost a whole lot by now. You could have literally lost life. But God's hand has been upon you. He knows the way you've tried to go, but he kept your hands. He kept his hands on you, and he kept you right in the center of his will. That's because you're special to him. That's because of the potential that he has designed you for, the potential of greatness, the potential of success has been upon you because his hand has been upon you. And all I want to do is encourage somebody today and let you know that you may not be what you want to be, but God knows you have potential. And you need to understand that nobody can take that potential away from you. You may have had your issues, but you still have potential. You may have had your share of struggles, but you have great potential. You may have messed up and made some bad choices, but you have great potential. Why? Because you are fearfully and wonderfully made by God himself. And that makes you a force to be reckoned with. And that makes you special. The mere fact that you serve a God that really knows you and sees you, still loves you, that makes you special. Yeah, I know you may not always feel it, but believe me when I tell you, I have been divinely appointed to let you know today that you are indeed special in the eyesight of God. No, we don't always feel like it. Most times we don't even believe it ourselves, but you are. For you have been fearfully and wonderfully made for God's divine purpose. And that, my dear, makes you very special. Have a very special day. God bless you. Thank you so much for spending a moment of faith and favor with me. It is my prayer that you've been blessed by our time together. For more information, you can find me on all social media platforms at Kimberly Moore or Pastor Kimberly Moore, or on my website at www.kimberlymoore.org. Just remember, no matter what it looks like, we continue to walk by faith and not by sight. And some way, somehow, we will win because of the favor of God that's on our lives. God bless you.